Just like other women, she was made of wood.
I must be ahead of everybody else.
Just like other women, she was carved by Eli, the Wemmick maker.
I must be very near the top.
And just like other women, she sometimes did silly things.
Like the time I began collecting boxes and balls.
Boxes and balls, boxes and balls, boxes and balls.
Hi, we are the Junior High Readers Theater team from Cornerstone Family Schools. And today it would be our pleasure to perform for you
You Are Mine by Max Lucado.
The craziness all started when a Wemmick named Tuck bought a new box.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching!
Tuck's lost his new box. He thought it was the best box in the village.
He strutted up and down the street, showing off his new box.
Have you seen my new box? Would you like to touch my new box?
Tuck marched right up to punching out.
Don't you wish you had a new box?
Tuck's box is beautiful. I do wish I had one of my own.
Tuck kept showing off his box to other Wemmicks, thinking he was better than them because he had a new box.
Chip, another Wemmick, disagreed.
My box is just as good as Tuck's.
And he showed off his box to Wemmicks on the other side of the street.
Tuck's box wasn't new, but it was a bit bigger
and a bit brighter.
And a bit more than Tuck could take.
Tuck got very quiet and gave Chip a mad look.
Wait, I have an idea.
He stepped into the store and bought a ball.
Cha-ching!
Now I have a box and a ball.
Chip frowned at Tuck's ball.
I can do better than that.
He bought two balls.
Cha-ching!
Cha-ching!
And with a smile on his face,
and two balls.
And a box in his hands.
He marched right over to Tuck.
Now I have more than you.
Before long, every Wemmick wanted to be the one with the most boxes and balls.
Before you
No,
knew it,
no,
Tuck
no,
was in
no!
the store buying another box.
Before you knew it, Tuck was in the store buying another box.
Cha-ching!
Levi.
Then Chip ran to buy another ball.
cha-ching!
Then Tuck bought a ball.
Cha-ching!
And Chip bought a box.
Cha-ching!
Ball,
Box.
ball,
Box.
Tuck,
Chip!
tuck,
Chip!
on it went.
Boxes
And balls, boxes and balls, boxes and balls.
Someone could have stopped the whole mess right there. In fact, that's what the mayor tried to do.
You two are being silly. Who cares who has the most boxes and balls?
You're just jealous because you don't have any.
Jealous of you? Ha!
But within a few
Few moments, the mayor was in the store buying an armful of boxes and balls.
Cha-ching! Cha-ching!
cha-ching,
Other Wemmicks began to join in.
The butcher.
the baker,
The cabinet maker.
The doctor from up the street.
And the dentist from down the street.
Before long, every Wemmick wanted to be the one with the most boxes and balls.
Some were big, and some were bright.
Some were heavy, and some were light.
Tall people carried them.
Small people carried them.
Almost everybody carried them.
And almost everybody thought the same thought.
Good Wemmicks have a lot. Not so good Wemmicks have little.
When the woman walked down the center of Wemmicksville with a stack of boxes and balls, the people stopped.
Ooh, ah.
But when a woman passed by with only one ball or one box, others would shake their heads and think, maybe even whisper.
Poor Wemmick. Poor, poor Wemmick.
I don't want to be called a poor Wemmick.
So Punchinella decided to get as many boxes and balls as she could.
She searched in her closet and found one little ball.
she dug into her pocket and found enough money for one small box.
I know what I'll do. some money.
So she did. And she bought a ball.
Cha-ching.
Since she was working nights, she didn't need her bed, so she decided.
I'll sell my bed.
And she did just that and bought 2 more balls.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
Soon Punchinella.
Soon Punchinella had an armful.
But still, other Wimmicks had more.
So she stole more stuff to
Wait,
work more out.
Zoe, some of them had so many.
Some of them had so many they actually had trouble walking.
It's hard keeping up with all my balls.
It's hard keeping up with all my boxes.
They acted like they were complaining, but really,
They were bragging.
But Punchinella wanted to be like those Wimmicks.
So she sold more stuff and worked more hours.
her eyes were tired from not getting any sleep.
Her arms were tired from carrying toys.
And worst of all, her friends couldn't remember when Punchinella last came to play.
We haven't seen you for a long time.
Her friend Lucia said to her one day,
Why don't you come and play again?
asked her buddy Splint.
Levi.
Not everybody cared about boxes and balls.
Punchinella friends didn't.
But Punchinella cared more about having boxes and balls than she cared about having friends.
I've got work to do.
And her friends would sigh.
But Punchinella didn't care.
She only cared what the other boxes and ball people thought.
But no matter what she did, she couldn't buy enough to get their attention.
Cha-ching,
Cha-ching.
cha-ching.
Finally, she had an idea.
I will sell my house.
That's crazy.
But where will you live?
I don't know. But just think about all the boxes and balls I can get with all that money.
So she sold her house. And she bought boxes.
And boxes.
And boxes.
And balls.
And balls. And
Can I have another ball, please?
She carried so many, she couldn't see where she was going.
Her stack went way above her head.
but she didn't mind.
So what if my arms ache? So what if I have no friends? I have boxes and balls. And when I pass other women, they turn and say,
Wow, she must be a good woman.
She couldn't see them, but she could hear them, and she felt good.
I'm a good woman.
But then,
But then somebody changed the rules.
It was the mayor's wife.
Not only will I have the most, but I will go the highest.
So she climbed on top of one of her boxes and shouted.
Look at me, everybody.
Immediately, all the other box and ball people tried to outdo her.
One climbed on a fountain, another on a balcony, and another on a roof.
But it was the mayor who spotted the mountain.
Behind the village of the Wimmicks was Wimmicks Peak.
I'm going to the top of the mountain.
The race was on.
no, that's not. Oh, yeah. Zoe.
Wimmicks loaded with boxes and balls began running up the mountain.
It was a crazy, crazy race.
Since they couldn't see, they bumped into each other.
Ooh,
They fell on their own feet.
Some even fell down the side of it.
But others kept going.
bringing up the rear was Punchinella.
She was having a hard climb, harder than the rest.
After all, she'd only been a
Good
woman
women.
for a short time.
Just keep climbing, just keep climbing. What do you do? Climb,
Levi.
climb.
She wasn't used to carrying so many boxes and balls.
But she was determined.
She kept putting one little wooden foot ahead of the other.
Just keep climbing, just keep climbing. What do you do? Climb.
But since she couldn't see, she didn't know she was on the side of the trail.
Since she couldn't see, she didn't know she left the trail.
All she knew was that, all of a sudden, she was all alone.
I must be ahead of everybody else.
Jason.
So she kept on climbing up and up and up.
I must be.
Oh, I must be very near the top. I'm such a good mimic. I'll be the highest with the most.
About that time, Punchinella's foot caught the edge of something.
She tried to keep her balance. Her toes swayed to the right and to the left.
She leaned back, then forward, but she could not stop.
She tripped on the step of a porch and tumbled through the front door of Eli's workshop.
Zoe.
When Punchinella realized where she was embarrassed.
For a long time, she lay face down on the floor, surrounded by her boxes and balls.
Punchinella?
Eli's voice was deep and kind.
The Wemmick still didn't move.
Looks like you've been carrying a big load.
The weary woman climbed to her knees but kept her head low.
These are my boxes and balls.
Do you play with boxes and balls?
All right, stop. All right, we're